What's going to go on with gold and silver under the scenario that you've just talked about? What's happening with? Let's start with gold.
Okay, gold and silver are going to rise relative to the falling currencies. And gold and silver in actual purchasing power will also rise. So it won't be the situation of where they say, well, gold bought a good suit back 100 years ago and an ounce of gold will buy a good suit now. That's going to change. It's also going to change radically with silver. The ratio between the two are going to change because silver is now that much more valuable. Also, we're going to discover, as a result of some of the forecasts that we've got in our data sets, that silver in 2019 through 2024 becomes the metal to have. To hell with gold. You need to have silver. The reason, because of this particular innovation wave that's going to be occurring over these next 5 years, or 6 years for us. Silver will become much more in demand than we can ever imagine now. And it actually may become too precious to use as a store of wealth, which is to say that the people that will invent some of the new electrics that need silver will basically be willing to pay whatever it takes to get the silver, simply because the output on the other side is so fantastic. So imagine if you had to pay $200 an ounce or even $2,000 an ounce for silver, as a manufacturer of a device that basically, if it had that silver, it could operate and fundamentally never fail and never shut down, and it continually produces electricity just sitting there. So we're talking about sort of a new electrics, except that there's, or sort of a free energy, except that there's a high capital outlay to create the devices. And so, but you wouldn't care if it was $2,000 an ounce, because those devices will be so much more valuable then because of our deadly, and I'm using that word very advisedly, our deadly, our fatal future that's only in the 2020s awaiting for us if we don't solve the energy problem before we get there.